Hey everyone, it has been a while since I have done a YouTube video. I think the last time I was speaking to you was right when summer was starting. I was so excited because homeschooling was over, and I know a lot of you shared um, in that joy of getting that done with. And we went on a little mini vacation to South Padre Island and came back, and it was really crazy busy. And I think for a while we had some normalcy. It felt like that for a little bit, or maybe we got too comfortable, feeling like we were past some of this COVID-19 pandemic. Um, and so, yeah, even though I wasn't homeschool teaching, I was not on here, and I should have found time to do that. Um, but again, I'll tell you a little bit about our market, and that's also why, because usually I do these on Fridays, and I was out showing. So if you remember, I also talked about what's going to happen in July, kind of the rebound from all of this, and we're approaching that. So I wanted to share a little bit about the market with you. First of all, if you are looking, some of you just like to do that as a hobby, which is fantastic. And even then, you'll see, oh, there's not as many homes for me to look at. And that's because our inventory is still really low, under 3 months of inventory. And that means it's a seller's market. We were seeing a lot of multiple offer situations. I saw a house, it was not my listing, but it was a friend of mine, and they got 21 offers on a house. It had a pool. So that's very popular right now. If you have a pool, to sell that in the summertime. And it was at a great price point and sought after school district, and it got 21 offers. I know that I've had buyers where we've had to get really aggressive to win multiple offer situations. So in sought after school districts, anything up to even the $350,000 price range is competitive. So that's good news for sellers, right? So when buyers say, what's the great news for us? Yes, still low interest rates are good. Also with builders, they don't want to be sitting with inventory during this time because we don't know what's going to happen. So they are offering incredible incentives. A lot of them are offering $7,000 and $8,000 of incentives, and some of that you can use towards your closing costs, and some of it you use to buy down your rate to get a really low rate. I've even seen some people use that incentive to get an interest rate at 2.875. So that's incredible. So there's still some good news for buyers out there too. And if you have any questions on what builders are doing that, I can certainly help out with that as well. So again, as I talked about the rebound, before COVID in January, we started seeing an incredible amount of refinances because the rates were so low. And as you know, that still requires an appraisal, it requires underwriting. So those systems got really bogged down with refinance, and then here we go with these continued low interest rates. Everyone trying to take advantage of that and started buying when our hot market time hit spring, late this year. It was a little bit later due to COVID. So then there was just a rush on it, and now lenders are having a hard time closing in 30 days. Not all of them, but some of them, many of them. And it's maybe because a file that should take 3 days in underwriting, I heard the other day, somebody said, I've got one that's in 8 days. I've got one that's been in for 7 days before we get it back, saying, what else do we need, or are we good? Same thing with appraisals. Those are taking a while to get back, and those just slow down the process to close. And when we have a buyer that needs to sell a home before they can purchase this one, that slows that down, and it can even have a domino effect. It's like, well, that seller was also waiting to get proceeds from this home to buy the next one, and it just continues and continues, and we can have some problems there. So we're starting to see the rebound of just an overabundance of files and underwriting. And also, as we know, the numbers of COVID are getting sick. I've heard of offices shutting down that were working all together to get things done, and then suddenly, there's a slowdown. So it'll be, I don't want to say interesting, but we'll see. I think we're going to face some challenges coming towards the end of the summer. So I will try to keep you posted as much as I can. As we know, things change all the time. We think we go in a good direction, and then something else happens, and we're shut down again, and then it just changes everything. So be safe out there. I know that as agents, we are business, so we will be wearing our masks as we take you out to do showings, and we'll ask that you do the same. And we also ask a lot of the sellers what they're wanting as people come through their house. Some people that have babies crawling on the ground at home want us to wear booties when we go in their home and keep the floor clean and sanitize our hands when we walk in and make sure that the masks stay on. So we really want to keep people, buyers and sellers, and ourselves safe as we continue to be an essential business. People still need homes. We all need shelter. So there's still life events that happen that create a move, and so we want to be there. So we're heading into 4th of July. Oh, I was just saying, so bummed. As Americans, we really do like to go do what we want to do. We want to do it. And we always have these events, and especially summer, there's so many things that we plan and we do that make it feel like summer. I was sitting here being kind of bummed about not having a big fireworks show. We always go somewhere each year. We find a little different spot. And was this spot better than the other? Last year we were at Allstat Brewery in Fredericksburg, and it's a fantastic restaurant, and they've got a German beer hall, and they had fireworks out on the back patio, and it was really fabulous. And we're like, we're coming here next year. Well, of course, it's shut down. So I think we are going to the fireworks stand. We're going to get the kids some sparklers, and that will be our 4th of July event for 2020. But as I was thinking about that, I listened to John Mayer. I am a fan. And I heard these words to his song, and I'm going to share them with you. Don't worry, I won't sing. But it says, I'm such a bore. I'm such a bummer. There must be more behind this summer. That's what my kids keep saying too. I want someone to make some trouble. Been way too safe inside my bubble. We've been inside our bubbles. Take me out and keep me out all night. Let me live on the wilder side of light. Carry me away. I think we all kind of feel like that, like we need to be carried away. Vacations that we may have planned have been halted or modified. Um, I know some people that say, hey, we're just renting an RV and going to go on a road trip. So I hope the RV rental business is doing really well right now. There's always something that we can do to try and modify and still have a great time with our family. So I hope you're all doing that. I hope you're staying safe. I hope your families are safe. And have a happy rest of your summer. And if anything else, get some nice rest and relaxation